Hello, welcome into this mystery reading. I'm Molly, the QuantumLeapQueen. Thanks for joining me on this reading. These readings are a timeless resource for you to come utilize whenever you need some extra nourishment in your life. Trust that if you found this reading today, there is a message here for you. I'm setting the intention, as always, to give you the best messages that you need to hear today. And I am starting with the Pulp Tarot. I have the Five of Pentacles, I have the Devil, okay, Four of Pentacles. Oof. You could be leaving a situation where there was codependency, there was a trauma bond here, that's indicative of the Devil. Such a hard lesson, and I feel like this situation left you out in the cold. The Five of Pentacles here, that is being left out in the cold, being discarded. That's what I feel like this is, and feeling so vulnerable in this situation. Whoever this trauma bonded thing was, it could be multiple people, by the way, and it could be even a job. Take this how it resonates. But the Four of Pentacles is someone who is not giving. This is someone who is very selfish and did not want to give you an ounce more than what they thought that you deserved, which wasn't much at all. Inherently very lacking within themselves, so they're not giving on the outside. It's kind of like this person has a gaping hole within them that cannot be filled. It's like an endless pit of despair. That's what I'm getting. And I think you tried so much to just like shovel the unconditional love into their gaping hole, and they just never, it just was fruitless because they themselves would have to fill that hole. No one else can fill that hole but them. But I really think you tried. I really think you gave it your all to give so much to the person, to the situation, but it just never bared fruit. And that's why you were left out in the cold and discarded. It was because the hatred they have for themselves, like, could not match the love that you had for them. There was such a disconnect. And that's what I see. What else? What else can I tell my friends? I have the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Queen of Cups. I just feel like, again, there was like this endless thirst from this person, and they put themselves up on a pedestal egoically. And it's more like the surface level things matter to them. They matter more than what's going on underneath, and that could have been modeled to them a lot growing up. Something like that, where they care more about how things are perceived versus how things actually are underneath the surface. And that's why there's an endless list of things that they're trying to extract their satisfaction from, is because they don't actually have rooted satisfaction. They have that empty void. And it's almost like they like playing the game this way. It's what's familiar to them, and it keeps them from like actually going within and actually doing work and actually growing as a human being. They get to just keep being messy and surface level. That's what I see. They're not embodying what they're perceiving, what they're thinking, what they're surface levelly on the surface showing to everyone. They are that's all they care about, and they don't feel the need to go within, because that's a big scary place for them, because they just don't know it. That's what I see. Someone that avoids a lot of accountability and responsibility and integrity. Sorry if the mic is picking up the dogs. I'm in Mexico, so it's just kind of part of the culture here. I have the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands. The Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands. So this is you, like, going through this whole situation and trying to give every ounce of yourself, like every little like aspect of you, to this person or to the situation, to try to get that validation of of them. But I think what you've learned through this whole experience is like, wait, I don't need to get my validation from them. I need to get it from me. And I think, you know, showing yourself like how much you're willing to just give unconditionally to the wrong person like shows you like how much love you have to give. That's the Queen of Cups. Like, okay, my heart is huge in order to keep pouring into someone when they're not giving me anything back. So you've learned that yes, it's a wound and it's a gift at the same time, always. So you're just learning how you were never wrong. All these aspects of you were never wrong, will never be wrong. It's simply like, how do you hold yourself now? How do you protect your big, beautiful heart? Like, those are things you're no longer outsourcing. You're no longer looking for the validation of. This is you and you accepting all of your sensitivity, all of the love you have to give, you know, all of your uniqueness, all different faces and facets of you, and not needing to prove it, not needing the outside validation. Like, this is all just you and you. Self-sustaining, sovereign. Like, that's really a lot of what this relationship highlighted for you. Coming back to yourself, and oh nice, I have Temperance at the top of the deck, like in such a balanced way, but it took the Tower, nice, the Two of Swords for you to come back. Three of Swords. Like, it took the falling apart. It took absolutely giving your all, your heart to something, and then it being stabbed. For you to go within yourself and be like, okay, what is the actual truth? So it took everything falling apart for you to gain that balance again of Temperance, which Temperance comes after the Death card. It's the dawn of the new day, and it's this, I love, it's depicted so well in this card, but it's the masculine feminine balance, having one foot on land, one foot in water. I just want to see what it says. Part man, part woman, all angel. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. Yeah. So that's what you are. That's what you've become, going through the falling apart of everything in this relationship and beyond. Because then it breaks down how you have chosen to see yourself through all this time, and how you've abandoned yourself and all of that. But when you're faced with such vulnerability, such like, you know, the stabbing, the breaking open of your heart, you have no choice but to look at it, because the pain is so great. You can't, it's not something you can ignore. It's right there in your face all the time. So because of that breaking open, that's how you got now to this place of sovereignty and the acceptance of all aspects of you, the ownership of all aspects of you, and letting that be a self-sustaining source from within, the Two of Swords. So I see. Anything else from the tarot before we move on? Okay, so if you're wondering about future love, maybe you found your person yet, maybe you haven't, but what I see is like the love that you give is going to be matched. You have someone out there that wants to match your energy, can match your energy, because they themselves have done enough work. They've done work similar to you. They've done the inner work, and they are sovereign and they're self-sustained. And I think the best course of action to find each other is simply to allow life to flow and to know that it's possible and to know that it's out there. I do have the Queen of Pentacles at the top of the deck. And it's like, don't lower your standards. Don't give up your sovereignty for temporary, like, missing something. Like, I just watched this TikTok from this girl, and she's like, I've been 2.5 years celibate, and I broke it because I thought I was like missing something, that I thought I was going crazy, that I need to do it. So she broke her celibacy, and then the guy ended up like sending her a message how he needs to work on himself, and then like blocked her. She was like, don't do it, it's not worth it, like I'm gonna be okay, but it's just not worth it. And I think that's such a powerful message to say, like, is it really worth it? Like, I don't know. For me personally, like, I want to keep my energy for myself until someone actually shows up and honors and matches. I'm not missing it. It will just be the cherry on top. So I think that's just giving you full permission to really know that it's possible and to really wait till it aligns. And because it's going to be a million times worth it to wait instead of trying to get a quick fix. Let's say that. Okay, I'm going to start with some oracle messages. I'd like to start with the Rainbow Brain Skull deck. What's the best message from this deck, my friends? It says, throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks. If nothing sticks, hang out in the pile. I love this deck. It's so silly. Okay. It says, reflect on your past decisions without judgment. Noticing previous patterns may be the key you need to unlock your best future. Look at old notes, photos, and messages. Maybe that's something you're feeling called to do, going through old stuff, old journals, old photos. That's cool. Remind you of your roots. But I do feel like you've already, currently you're going through a lot of patterns. You are looking at yourself in new ways and seeing like what really aligns with you and what doesn't. And it is perhaps feeling like kind of a jumbled mess right now. That's normal, and I feel like that's part of your processing. So don't take it like too seriously, I want to say. Like this message, reflect on your past decisions without judgment. You need all the prerequisite stuff, like all things benefit you if you choose that they do, but you have to choose it. So yeah, it's never too late to change your identity. That's what I'm hearing to tell you too. And to be gentle with yourself through this process of shifting, organizing. It is a lot of work that you are doing, so don't downplay that, but slow your roll and don't need to like skip ahead to the future. This is a very important part of the process, and nothing is out of line or wrong. You're not on the wrong path. Everything is perfect where it is. But this is more of a chapter of organizing, reclaiming, becoming sovereign again. All of that. That's what I see. Okay, next I'm going to pull from the Mystic Mondays Astro deck. Get some Astro messages. Best message for my friend from this deck. We have, the MC, nice, the midheaven. We have the solar eclipse, waning gibbous moon, third house, and Saturn. Okay, well, this was the first one out, and the MC line is here. It's the top line. There's these 4 lines that go across the chart, so this is the top one. This one says midheaven, direction, reputation. So this is kind of where, from what I understand, this is where your soul is moving towards. This is also like can be career, how you're seen in the public eye. Yeah, I feel like it's more like the visibility you have through the progression of your life. And it could be that the wisdom, the lessons that you're gaining right now is actually very important for your career, for what you're going to be doing on your life's mission, on your soul's mission here, and how you will be seen. It's like giving you prerequisite work, the foundations, in order to like really build something that goes beyond just you, that goes out to like help people. That's initially what I'm feeling with that card popping out first. The waning gibbous moon is about harvest, reception, and gratitude. Solar eclipse, creation, intention, potential. Saturn, discipline, obstacles, and boundaries, and the third house of communication, transportation, and local community. So I do feel like there will be benefits. You will receive the rewards from everything you're going through in this turbulent time, you could say. And there will be a seriousness, a development around how you communicate about this time. It could be something that you get into the world of communications in some way, sharing about your experience, sharing about your wisdom, something like that. And I like that it's local community too. This could be about expanding your soul family, finding like-minded community. There's like direction now in your mission. I feel like this is giving you that, going through this period of sifting through like what is truly you and what truly isn't you. But because it's, the eclipse, it's also, the eclipses are like energetic tornadoes, is how I see them. They just like lift up the energy, they shift it around, and then it falls back in an even more like clear direction. But in that process, it's very confusing, like what's happening. That's how I feel this is. And that you will be rewarded for this work that you're doing. It's very important. So not to rush this, not to wish you were somewhere else, to really be present with yourself and knowing like, I'm gaining so much in this period. That's what I feel the message is. Okay, I'm going to pull from this animal deck. This animal deck next. Let's take a look. Just trust. How this picture is perfect for where you are. Just trust. Let's read about it. This is 32. This is the mole. Mole not only sees poorly, but also hears and smells poorly too. The one ability he can rely on to guide him where he wants to go is his sensitivity towards vibrations. This is why Mole comes to teach us the medicine of absolute trust, even in the darkness. When you receive this card, it is a tremendous confirmation that you will find what you seek. Not only will things work out, but they will also be better than what you can fathom with your current understanding of reality. Right now, it is of the utmost importance to have unwavering faith, even if you do not see proof of any progress. Go forward. Do not aim for perfection, because it will only block you from success. Do what you intend to do, even if you may feel scared. Something that deeply resonates with your heart is awaiting you. The image of the scapuline in the card represents your stage in the game. You have no idea if you will blossom into the great oak, the poetic rosebush, or perhaps the majestic redwood. But something profound is meant for you, and you must withstand the waiting game. You must see your wish without seeing it, and hear your desire without hearing it. You must be your fullest self without even knowing what that looks like and what it feels like. What you want also wants you, but you must walk towards it with steadfast conviction. This card is a mighty confirmation. Feel a breath of relief and get excited. Mole's medicine is simple yet deep. His medicine is letting you know that it is safe to trust. It's going to happen for you. Ooh, nice. Spot on. Spot on for this reading. It is the trusting and the waiting game. The patience, the presence, knowing you are exactly where you need to be. And I like at the beginning where it says, the one ability he can rely on to guide him where he wants to go is his sensitivity towards vibrations. Oof, that cannot be overstated. Like that's your guiding compass now, is like how the vibes are, how things feel, checking in with your intuition, asking yourself like, what is the best course of action for me, and being willing to trust yourself in these regards. I know for me, I've told this story a few times, but I had such a strong connection with my vibration at one point where my higher self just told me, like, get your stuff ready, get everything prepared. You're going to be leaving the country in 6 months. I didn't know where I was going, but I followed that, and I'm really glad I did, because then I was prepared for when I saw an apartment here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, that I knew I needed to go to. And so I had everything prepared so I could just take a one-way ticket here and try this out. And that was 3 years ago. So I've been coming back and forth to Playa now for 3 years. And my plan actually was to keep traveling, but I actually fell in love so much with the Playa life and the community here, my lifestyle here, my friends here, that I just stayed. So that I literally, like, all of this happened based on a whim of my intuition. And so don't underestimate, like, how powerful the vibrations are, like how you can really trust and rely on what your inner world is telling you. Like, all of life is you. All of life is you. So it's just, this is your micro, you could say, and the macro is all you. So start to feel that, embody that, trust that, ask for guidance, and life starts to speak with you. And then it's almost like the logic or the worries, the anxieties, they become quiet. And you can just base your life on flow, on feeling, on intuition. And it's actually the highest intelligence, because then you get the answers straight from the source without doing the guesswork. But do you have the courage to listen? And can you honor the listenings, what you're receiving? Can you honor it by taking action on it in the dark and straight up faith without having tangible evidence? So yeah, that's what you needed to hear. Okay, lastly, my friend, I'm gonna pull from that I create my reality deck. It says, surround yourself with love. Amazing things happen when I distance myself from the negative. Negative vibrations drain your energy. Align with your true loving, kind nature by seeking people and atmospheres that help you raise your vibrations to a higher level. Invest your time and attention in positivity. Surround yourself with love and you will become love. I think environment is so important. And then obviously there's like this kind of love, and I notice it a lot in like Christian communities, not to say that all Christians are like this, I'm not putting down Christianity as a whole, but I've just noticed there's this kind of love there, but it's like such a conditional love. And it's just not based in reality. And I saw that a lot when I'm back home in Minnesota. And yeah, there's like almost like a fake loving positivity that's not embodied. And I think what you're really craving at this time in your life is like true unconditional love, like being that for yourself first, and then getting yourself to the right places, people, environments that actually embody that as well, that are actually matching you. And I feel like the more that you cultivate that within yourself, the positives, then you truly start to be like this picture, and like, the outer environments can't harm you as much, or you're not affected by them as much. But obviously it's an inside out job, and like attracts like. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I could say a lot more about that topic, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that. So I hope this reading brought you nourishment and confirmation for where you are on your journey. Come on back whenever you need more nourishment. My channel is a timeless library of mystery readings. I have my link down below to work with me. And until the next time, guys, we'll see you on the next reading.